Our final system is unfair. In this video, I'll be telling you why, and then introducing a new final system, which I've worked on for months now. So I really hope you enjoy. Also, a huge amount of effort went into making this video, so I'd really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and definitely watch till the end, because you have to see this final system. First off, what's the problem with the current final system that we need to change? So after the introduction of the pre-finals bye in 2016, the current system has been flawed. Teams who win their qualifying final are actually disadvantaged by the bye, and as a result have lost 6 out of the 10 prelims played since 2016. This is almost certainly because they lose momentum. The bye leading into the finals and the bye during the semi-finals just 1 week later means heading into the prelim, teams have played just 1 game in 3 weeks. The simple solution is just to scrap the pre-finals bye. However, I think it can actually give players a time to rest and allow them to recover from injury so that we can have the best performing players on the park for finals time. So instead, I'd argue we can keep it and actually instead change the final system. There are 2 other reasons why the current final system is flawed, but it would take so long to go over them, and it could be a topic for a whole nother video. Let's instead turn our focus to what this video is really about, the new final system. So finally, the new final system, I really hope you like it. I've worked on it for a really long time, and definitely comment down below any opinions that you have on this final system. As you know, I read all of the comments and reply to every single one, so definitely do that. And let's go on with the strengths of this particular final system. If we can go to the next slide, and we see the strengths are 1, obviously it fixes the problem with having 2 byes within 3 weeks. This one, there's only 1 bye, as you can see up here, and the worst a team can possibly have is 2 byes in 5 weeks, which obviously is nowhere near as bad. So the second strength, I think, is like the theoretical chances of each ranked team winning. So obviously it gives like a good advantage to the teams who finish higher, but not too much. So as we can see, considering every game is 50-50, the 1 and 2 ranked teams have a 7 out of 32 chance of winning the flag, 3 and 4 have 5 out of 32, 5 and 6 have 3 out of 32, and 7 and 8 have 1 out of 32. And then finally, the last reason, obviously it's pretty simple, you can memorize it, and obviously anyone can just look at it from a glance and know what's going on. So anyway, on with the weaknesses. So last off, what are the weaknesses of this system? So in particular, it has one weakness, which is it doesn't actually take into account the expected strength of teams. So what I mean by this is usually in the current final system, number 1 will verse number 4 and 2 verse 3, so that number 1 gets technically an easier first game, whereas in this one, as you can see, an example of this is the loser of the game with 1 and 2 is going to verse a harder opponent in the next round than the loser of the game with 3 and 4. So in some respects that is a bit unfair, so that's definitely a weakness. But yeah, of course, if the 1 and 2 ranked team wins, they do get a second chance, which isn't the case with obviously the 3 and 4 after they lose. But yeah, obviously that is a slight weakness to the system. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and definitely put your opinion down in the comments. There's a lot to talk about. I've only scratched the surface. And also just remember to like and subscribe as well.